Welcome to my channel Maths Pursuit. Today we will look into the questions from the chapter called Polynomials. The given question is, give examples of polynomials px, gx, qx and rx which satisfy the division algorithm and degree rx is equal to 0. So guys, let us see how we can solve this type of question. So the question has asked us to give examples of polynomials px, gx, qx and rx, and these examples. The question has asked us to give examples of polynomial px, gx, qx and rx, and there are two conditions. One condition is this example should satisfy the division algorithm. This example should satisfy the division algorithm. This is one condition. Algorithm. This is condition number 1. And the other condition is this example should also satisfy the example should be written in such a way that the degree of Rx is equal to 0. So the examples that we are going to consider, in that example, we will be getting a remainder where the degree is 0. That means we will be getting a remainder as a constant number. The remainder could be 1, 2, 3, 4, any numerical value it looks like. So there is no degree for that remainder. That means the remainder is a constant. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any number. Now let's see how we are going to solve this type of equations, or how we are going to solve, or how we are going to frame a polynomial so that it satisfies these two conditions. Now before moving to frame a polynomial, let us try to understand this. We know that the division algorithm is denoted by px is equal to gx into qx plus rx. Guys, this is most important. Please pay attention here. Gx into qx plus rx. This is most important. Just pay attention here. This will eradicate, or this will erase all the doubts. This is most important here. Now guys, we know that a division algorithm is always of the form px is equal to gx into qx plus rx, where px is our dividend, gx is our divisor, qx is our quotient and rx is our remainder. But guys, the degree of this px is judged, or is governed by, the degree of this px is determined by these two things, by gx and qx. Do you know that the degree of this px is governed by these two things, gx and qx? Altogether they decide the degree of this px. How? The degree of gx and the degree of qx altogether, if we add, we should get the degree of px. This is how it is being judged. Now for example, if the degree of gx is 1 and if the degree of qx is 2, then the degree of px will be 3. This is how it is being decided, or it is how the degree of px is being determined. Now keeping this thing in mind, and keeping one more thing also, one more important point is that this gx is always greater than this rx. This is also one of the most important thing. Now this gx is always greater than our rx. Now keeping these things in mind, let us try to frame a polynomial where rx is equal to 0. Now coming here also, the question is asking us to see where the degree of rx is 0. Okay guys, so the question is saying that the degree of rx is 0. That means if the degree of rx is 0, we very well know that the gx is greater than rx. How it would be greater? If the degree of gx is more than the degree of rx, then it is greater. So if the degree of rx is 0, then the degree of gx will definitely be more than that. So let us consider, or let us consider that the degree of gx is 2 and the degree of qx is 1. Okay guys, I believe till here we are clear. I am going to consider degree of gx for the purpose of this particular question. I am going to consider the degree of gx is 2, and this satisfies our condition that gx is always greater than rx, and as per the question this rx is 0. So for that reason I have considered this rx as 0. Now I am assuming, or I am considering the degree of gx to be 2, and I am considering the degree of qx to be 1. If this degree of gx and qx is 2 and 1, then the degree of px is going to be 3. So I am going to frame a polynomial in such a way where the degree of px is 3 and the degree of gx is 2, and the quotient that we will get, whose degree will be 1, and the remainder that we will get, the degree should be 0. Now keeping all these things in mind, so let us frame a polynomial. Now keeping all these things in mind, let us frame a polynomial. So I'm going to write px is equal to, I'm going to frame a polynomial px is equal to x to the power 3 plus 2x to the power 2 minus x plus 2. Any polynomial that you can consider, but at the end of the day it should satisfy these two conditions. It should satisfy the division algorithm, it should satisfy the degree rx is equal to 0. So let us see. Now you could see that I have considered the degree of this polynomial to be 3, and you could easily understand why I have considered it to be 3, because you could see that here we are getting a polynomial whose degree is 3, because we have considered the degree of gx to be 2 and the degree of qx to be 1. Now after taking the degree, or after framing a polynomial, let us also consider the equation for gx. Let us also consider the equation for gx, and I can consider the gx is equal to, I am going to frame a polynomial for gx also, which degree is 2. So now I can consider gx is equal to x to the power 2 minus 1. Let me consider a polynomial like x to the power 2 minus 1. Here also the degree is 2, because we have considered, or we are going to consider the degree for 2. Now let us divide the polynomial px with gx, so that we need to see whether we are getting the quotient having degree 1 and the remainder having degree 0. So we are going to divide the polynomial px with gx. Now let us divide the polynomial px with gx. And guys, I believe we very well know how to divide a polynomial with another polynomial. So I'm going to divide px, x to the power 3 plus 2x to the power 2 minus x plus 2 with this gx. Our gx is x to the power 2 minus 1. And guys, we very well know that this is our dividend, and this one is our divisor. These are the things that we very well know. Now guys, let us frame a polynomial. Let us divide px with gx. If I am going to divide px with gx, and px is our x to the power 3 plus 2x to the power 2 minus x plus 2, and gx is x to the power 2 minus 1. So guys, here we have x to the power 3, which is the highest in this polynomial. The degree is highest here. So what should I multiply to this x to the power 2 so that I can get x to the power 3? The answer is very simple and very straightforward. If I multiply x to this x to the power 2, then I am going to get x to the power 3. And I cannot only multiply to x to the power 2, I should also multiply this x to minus 1. If I multiply x to minus 1, I am going to get minus x. Now let us subtract this. If we are going to subtract anything, then the symbols are going to change here. Whatever the symbols are, just we are going to reverse the symbols. The plus symbol will become minus and the minus symbol will become plus. And here x to the power 3 minus x to the power 3, it cancels out. Minus x plus x, it cancels out. We are left with 2x to the power 2 plus 2. Now guys, we are left with 2x to the power 2 plus 2. So again the question comes, what should I multiply to this x to the power 2 so that I can get this 2x to the power 2? The answer again is very simple and very straightforward. If I multiply if I multiply plus 2, if I multiply plus 2, I am going to get 2x to the power 2, and again 2 into this minus 1, 2 into this minus 1 will become minus 2, minus 2, and as usual we are subtracting this, so we are going to change the symbol. So guys, what you see, 2x to the power 2 and minus 2x to the power 2, it cancels out, and we are left with plus 2 and plus 2, we are left with 4. So now guys, there is a rule, you very well know that, or you would have seen that this gx should be always greater than rx, or in other words, I can also tell you here, our division will stop when we see that the remainder is less than the gx. Now you could see that we got a remainder of 4, whose degree is also less than x, or degree is here 0 almost. So our division stops here. Now let us put down the things that we got now. Let us note down the things that we got now. What we got, you could see that we got x plus 2, we got x plus 2, this is our quotient, this is our quotient, and we got 4, this is our remainder. So we got 4 as the remainder, and we got x plus 2 as the quotient. Let us note down those two things. Here I can note down qx is our quotient, and we got the quotient as x plus 2, and we got the remainder, that is rx is equal to 4. Now our second condition is satisfied. How it is satisfied? Let us look here. The second condition says that rx, the degree of rx should be 0. Now the second condition says that the degree of rx should be 0, and you could see that guys, here the degree of rx is 0 because we are not having any degree for x, or not having any value for x, or not having x at all. So here the degree of rx is 0. Therefore the degree of rx is 0. The second condition is fulfilled. We can note it down that therefore the degree of rx is equal to 0, as we got only a constant value, in the remainder. Hope guys, till here we are very clear. Now we are going to do the final thing, or we are going to see if it fulfills the first condition or not. Now we are going to check if at all the equations that we have considered, it fulfills the first condition or not. The first condition says that px is equal to gx into qx plus rx. Now let us see. So what we have considered for px? For px we have considered x to the power 3 plus 2x to the power 2 minus x plus 2. And for gx we considered x to the power 2 minus 1, and for qx we got the quotient as x plus 2, and we got the remainder as 4. Now let us solve this. Or I can write x to the power 3 plus 2x to the power 2 minus x plus 2 is equal to x to the power 2 into x is x to the power 3, x to the power 2 into 2, this 2 is 2x to the power 2 plus 2x to the power 2, then minus 1 into x is minus x, then minus 1 into 2 is minus 2, then we have plus 4. Now let us solve this further. Or I can write x to the power 3 plus 2x to the power 2 minus x plus 2 is equal to x to the power 3 plus 2x to the power 2 minus x plus 2, because this minus 2 and this plus 4 will become plus 2. So guys, what you could notice from here, what you are seeing from here, you could see that this left hand side of this equation is equal to the right hand side of this equation. So that means it satisfies our first condition. So we can write, hence hence it is proved that hence it is proved that the given the considered polynomials satisfies the division algorithm. Hope guys you understood this, how I try to explain you in solving the two conditions. But still, if you have any questions or doubts, please reach out to me in the comment section of this video. Definitely I will get back to you once I see your comments. Guys, if you really like my videos, please subscribe. If you really like my videos, I would request you to kindly subscribe and also let your friends know. This will motivate me to create similar videos in the future. Thank you. Bye.